Ayan. Good day everyone and welcome to my channel. So sa mga lahat po nang nag-subscribe, thank you so much for visiting my channel. Sa mga hindi pa po ngayon lang po nakabisita sa channel kong ito, you are welcome and ano lang po tayo sa pag-study ng ating Basic Competency in Local Treasury Examination. Sa mga bagong dating lang po, you will experience in this video some of the tips, some of the techniques or paano natin ma-answer or masasagot yung BCLTE na examination. Lalo na this coming ay magkakaroon na tayo ng on April 24, 2022 first batch sa mga takers ng last year's mga nag-register. So this time I'd like to share with you one of my activity sa mga valued clients ko are giving them a review through a quiz, BCLTE MockQuiz. And so here I'd like to show you last February 27, I think this is 20 questions and I received 36 responses from my valued client. So, ang mangyayari po dito, ipapakita ko po sa inyo what are those answers to respective questions wherein majority of my clients are able to answer, and di na natin ito pag-usapan dito kung ano yung mga mali nila, but rather pag-usapan po natin kung ano yung tamang sagot sa bawat question. So far, this 36 responses, I receive a majority of them able to pass the quiz, kasi nga dapat at least you have 32 if I'm sorry, sa this hindi na natin siguro bibilang kung ilang question to. Maybe I can give you na lang kung paano to sagutan. So this is the first question. The annual fixed tax for every delivery truck or van used by manufacturers, producers, and wholesalers, dealers, or retailers in the delivery of distribution of distilled spirit, fermented liquors, soft drinks, cigars, and cigarettes to sell outlet or consumers, whether directly or indirectly within the province, shall be paid in what amount daw? So majority of my clients answered 86.1 or 31 of them answered not exceeding 500 pesos. And this is the correct answer. Paano naman po ito? $80 Business Center is a ticketing and remittance business that able to earn last year gross sales of 755,000 and compute its community tax when the establishment pay on February 2021, on February 27. So, pag ganyan po yung tanong, it is expected na wala pong interest penalty ang kukumpletan. We will go back only to the basic computation. So, let's anuhin po natin. Since this is a corporation and 75,000, pag corporation po kasi, i-divide po muna natin sa 5,000 yung earnings niya. Then, in the A, multiply po natin by 2 peso. Sorry. So, 755 divided by 5,000 times 2 pesos per. Tapos, and pag corporation po, yung basic tax niya sa CTC is 500. So, the answer is 802, which is 22 persons answered letter D. 802 po yung sagot. Paano naman po ito? This permit allows all business the privilege of conducting their business within the jurisdiction of a city or municipality. Ano po yung kinukuha nilang permit? Basically, 94 of them or 34 answered mayor's permit. Of course, nasa negosyo sila eh. And, paano naman po ito? The treasurer of the local government unit operating a public enterprise shall have the following function. Ano po ba yung pinapakita ng isang local treasurer? A. Advise the local chief. B. Advise the sanggunian in the enactment of ordinances. C. Take charge of all of the collections. D. Ensure that payments are made on duly certified and approved disbursement voucher. Well, All of these four functions are functions of a treasurer having or operating a public enterprise, and 30 of them answered correct. Paano naman po ito? The only person who may examine the book of accounts and pertinent records of business in order to ascertain, assess, and collect the correct amount of tax, fee, or charge. Sino po iyon? A. Treasurer, accountant, budget officer, or local assessor. Well, sabi natin sa function niya dito is to collect. Kahit sa public enterprise ito na function. So, the only person has the right is our local treasurer. So far, sa 36 of them, isa lang po yung nagkamali. Next, ano naman po yung tawag sa contractual agreement under which project proponent is authorized to finance, construct, own, operate, and maintain an infrastructure or development facility. Under this scheme, the proponent as project owner may assign its operation and maintenance of facility operator. The answer is letter A. Ano po yung babantayan natin sa statement na ito? Sinabi po that the arrangement or the contractor is to build or to build, to construct, then own, and operate. Mismo nasa statement na sinasabi na mismo yung clue natin dito. So the answer is letter A. Simple. Paano naman po ito? How about this one? A contractual arrangement which an existing facility is turned over to the private sector to refurbish, operate, and maintain for a franchise period at the expiry which is turned to the government. Kung titingnan po natin, ang majority of the answers is letter C. Ano yung babantayan natin or clue sa statement na ito? Rehabilitate, operate, and transfer. So, let's start with refurbish. Nasa statement na yon. Operate, and turned over to the government. Yan po. Refurbish, operate, and turn over. Yan. Pag yan yung po yung makita nating statement, the answer is letter C. Rehabilitate, operate, and transfer. Paano naman po ito? The tax on sand, gravel, and other quarry resources is tax levied on the ordinary stones. Compute the tax on sand, on gravel, and the fair market value is 200 pesos per cubic meter. How do we compute this one? 200 times 50. Then, i-divide po na, or i-multiply po natin to what rate? That is 10%. So, the answer is letter A, which is 28 of them answered correctly. Paano naman po ito? On the tax on business printing publication, sinabi natin sa statement mismo in the province area that the business has an amount of 110,000 beginning capital. Paano po i-compute natin or paano yung bayaran sa business tax kung bago lang po yung isang negosyo? So, pag sa problem po ay pinakita na niya mismo kung the percentages, simple lang. 110,000 tapos i-multiply natin to the 0.1 or the 1%. Then, since ang computation is 1 over 20, well, times 1 divide 20. So, the answer here is 55 pesos. It's letter D. Yan po. Kung sa probinsya po siya, ang collection agent ay nasa province or ang the negosyo itself ay nasa province. At saka, bago po siya. How about this one? What is the local development project allocation for a city if the amount is 150,000? What do you think? Why the answer 30,000? It is because the local development project has a mandatory appropriation of 20%. So, 150 times 0.20. Kaya ganun po ang answer nila, 30,000. It's letter B. Paano naman daw po ito? Mr. Bidular from province na pinag-usapan, paid his real property tax with an assessed value of 120. What amount of tax did he pay last April 10? How come na Pareho sila nakaraan nating video, pero let's set natin to compute para mas may pakita po natin. Ano po yung hinahanap dito? Compute the basic tax of property at saka theft ng land. Sa problem mismo, hindi pa natin alam kung magkano yung assessed value bago tayo maka-arrive ng payable. So, ang gagawin po natin, meron tayong tinatawag na 1,500,000 na fair market value times, sabi dito, meron itong 20% assessment level. So, the assessed value of the property is 300,000. Dito po natin kukunan si basic tax at saka si SEF. So, pag province na pinag-usapan, ilang percent? It's only 1. This is, since city collection po ito, so, magiging sagot natin dito is 2%. So, 300,000 times 0.02 or 2% is 6,000 po yung basic tax niya. And, alam natin ang SEF or Special Education Fund is only 1%. So, since 6,000 is 2%, i-add na lang po natin yung 3,000 as 1% of the 300,000. So, meron itong 9,000 na payable. Tax due. So, the answer is is 9,000 and only 15 of them among the 36 responses that we received ang nakatama. So, siguro yung iba, akala nila ano lang, 3,000 lang, SEF, akala nila 6,000 lang o basic tax lang na 2%. Hindi po. Lagi po magkasama si basic tax at saka si SEF pag ang pinag-usapan po natin ay RPT or Real Property Tax. Okay? Pero minsan din, we have to read the problem itself kung ano yung hinahanap. Meron din kasi mga tanong na basic tax lang yung i-answer natin. Meron din tanong na para lang sa SEF. Okay? Ito naman po. Ano daw tawag sa agricultural lands more than 1 hectare in area suitable for cultivation, dairying, inland fishery, and other agricultural uses? Only one half which remain uncultivated or unimproved. Ano ang tawag natin dito? Is it commercial, residential, idle, timber, or mineral? Well, majority of the answer is idle land. Ano ba ibig sabihin na? Para mas madali po natin maalala si idle land, wala lang, very simple lang. One half, pag mabasa mo ito, one half, tapos uncultivated or unimproved, that is idle land. Okay? Paano naman po ito? There is a property wherein the purchase value was 3,500,000. Sabi dito, kumpitan po daw natin ng tax on transfer of a real property of ownership ni ATD. So, saan nangyari ang event? In the city. Magkano ang value? 3,500,000. And pag sa city po, yung computation ng tax on transfer is 75% of the purchase value times 1%. So, or 1% of 75% of the purchase value. Very simple. 3,500,000 times 0.01 times 0.75. The answer is 26,250. So far, out of 36, may half or 50% answered correctly. Siguro nagkamali ito sila with regards sa usage of a percentage or nakalimutan siguro kung 1% or 2%. Okay? Pag tax on transfer, it's only 1% of 75. Pag province, 1% of 50. Or 50% of 1, 75% of 1. That's the ano. How about this one? Let's talk about the municipality area. If the business is subject to the excise, VAT, or percentage tax under the NIRC, the rate shall not exceed of what percent of the preceding calendar year? A, 2% of the gross sales, B, 1%, C, 5%, D, 3%, or none of the choices. So, majority of the responses answered letter A. Again, pag pinag-usapan po natin sa municipality area, tapos nabasa niyo po sa excise tax or VAT or percentage tax, tapos municipality, the computation for these rates are only 2% of gross sales or receipts. I think until here lang yung ano. So, sa 36 responses, I was able to generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 questions. And titingnan po natin kung ilan po sa kanila dito yung pumasa. Actually, hindi na to nag-accept ng responses kasi ano na to. Titingnan natin kung ilan sa ating mga client ang pumasa. So, pag sinabi nating 80% na 15 questions times 0.80, dapat 12 po yung score nila in order for them to pass the exam. So far, may naka-perfect na isa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, ay, sorry. Marami pa. May mga pangalan pala yun. Pero sige, okay lang. Hindi ko na napansin. With that, thank you so much!